can dance, everything's out of control. But we can dance, we're doing it from pole to pole.
All right, sing along if you know the words, but also listen along right now because pioneering Canadian new wave band Men Without Hats are heading back our way this fall, and tickets to the show at the Mod Club, it's happening November the 20th. Well, they go on sale in about 10 minutes' time. Joining us live this morning from Holland is lead singer of the band, of course, Ivan Doroschuk. Ivan, good to talk to you this morning. Thanks for being here.
My pleasure.
Safety Dance is probably, if you looked at my iPhone, one of the top 10 songs I play on Apple Music. It is just such a banger. It continues to live on. That song, that video, when you look back at that and think about that era, that time, that music, how do you feel? What sort of nostalgia or thoughts run through your mind?
I think it's one of the best musical eras that ever was. I mean, it's brought us a lot of great music, a lot of great songs. It was a breath of fresh air. You know, the 70s kind of ended with dinosaur rock and the death of disco, and the 80s just brought in a whole new batch of artists and, like I say, great melodies, great songs. It was fun times.
Absolutely, fun times indeed. And then there was Pop Goes the World, and then just last year you brought out I Love the 80s. That song seemed to me just kind of be reworking of Safety Dance with some sort of clever lyrics. Is that a fair assessment, Ivan?
Yeah, we wanted to pay tribute to the 80s, and the hardest part about that song was narrowing it down to 3 minutes and 30 seconds for radio. With all the 80s references we wanted to stick in there, could have been 3 hours long if we had let it.
I bet you could have. Yeah, there's a lot of great references in there. And Ivan, I've got to ask you, I was taking a look at your tour schedule right now. You guys are still an incredibly busy band. I mean, you're all over Europe, and then of course you're coming to Toronto and North America. What's the response these days? Because I mean, a lot of Men Without Hats fans are. I'm 51. A lot of them are older than me.
Yeah, well, it's great because we see our original fans out there, and they bring their kids, sometimes even their grandkids. So it's a family affair. Everybody has a great time. It's a lot of fun.
Does that make you feel old, Ivan, or does the music and the atmosphere and the energy keep you young? Like, how do you feel about that?
I feel fine. I mean, it's great. The smile on people's faces is the fuel that keeps us going. You know, it's a great feeling for me anyway. Like a song like Safety Dance, it almost doesn't belong to us anymore. It's larger than the band, and I feel like a museum curator going around presenting this musical artifact that brings a lot of joy to people. So it's quite an honor, actually.
I love that analogy. Like it doesn't even belong to you. That's a fascinating admission, Ivan. And 40 plus years ago, that song came out. When you were 40 years ago and put that song out, did you ever think in 2025, I'm still going to be touring the world with my band, with my friends, doing what I love to do?
Well, I'll tell you the truth. When you're a young songwriter, you think that everything you do is going to be destined for greatness, right. And you can't, you wonder why people aren't just lining up to throw money at you. But no, it's something that we're blessed. We're doubly blessed. We're still out there, but there's a lot of bands out there before us that are still out there doing it too. So it's great. It's something that we're fortunate enough to be able to keep on doing.
Yeah, well, please keep doing it as long as you can, Ivan, because Men Without Hats, loving it indeed. And November 20th at the Mod Club, November 21st at the Oshawa Biltmore Theatre. Plenty of opportunities for fans. Ivan, good to talk to you. Have a great show in Holland tonight, and safe travels back here when it comes time for this leg of the tour.
Yeah, thank you very much. See you soon.
The time this morning. Yeah, absolutely.